Alright, let's have a talk about wild asparagus. I found this patch, one, because there are signs saying that there's asparagus down here by the river. And let me go show you what one of the signs say. We're out here on a big adventure. Alright. This asparagus. Asparagus officinalis. Asparagus clumps are found in the floodplain of a stream or the height of an irrigation ditch. Asparagus has a bulbous seed capsule that is lighter than water, so it floats along and is deposited at the high water line when water levels drop. The seeds of an asparagus grow on the female that is like a Christmas tree, and they are red and round, so it really does give that Christmas tree look. There's an outdoor skills class that does a really neat job teaching kids what to do in the outside. Look at all these forts they made. So this patch that I know about, I found because I was looking and never could find any until they grew really big. And when they grow really big, they kind of look like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, where it's pretty emaciated looking. This patch in between here, I marked these trees in my memory, and there's a asparagus twig over there from an old one. I'll go over there and see what it looks like, show you. But there might be asparagus popping up, so we want to be careful where we put our feet. These two are growing out of here. Where the old ones grew, the new ones might as well. Just being careful where we put our feet in this patch. Don't want to step on a baby asparagus. We'll make our way over to that over there. And these tall grasses, it's sometimes really hard to see them before they're too tall and woody to eat. And I don't know how much this patch gets picked over. You want to look for thick ones. You don't want to pick little spindly ones. See how it looks like an asparagus? If it was green, you would know that's an asparagus, because they have these little leafy patterns. These will have red berries here and there. This is a female, and they're usually the tall leafy ones. And the males, I might just have to show you in my own yard, because this tall grass is really hard to see baby asparagus. I know there are asparagus in this field because there are females here and there. So we just want to look for the telltale finger of the asparagus. And in my yard, they are barely 2 inches long. So we will be careful where we put our feet and come back a little later in the season. That's the sound of a meadowlark. Let's go take a look at this patch, and I'll show you why this is not asparagus. Remember how I showed you the base of... So this kind of looks like what we just saw, but if you calm down and look close at what it's doing at the base, these little markings do not match the little triangles that we saw on the other one. It is not an asparagus. You can find the females really easy when they're all dried in the springtime, and know that they've probably dropped their seeds somewhere close. But these, you can see the base of them, do not have the little triangle markings like an asparagus does. Another hint is the seed pods are not round. So this is not an asparagus patch. What do you think? A couple thoughts on foraging responsibly. When you are foraging, don't do it next to train tracks because they spray heavily. Don't do it next to heavy trafficked areas because it's just not good to forage anything near roadways. Do not pick any that are really, really tiny because they are trying to grow the next generation, and if you pick them too early, they will not come back. Try to only pick what you need. In a survival situation, you definitely don't want to deplete the area, so you can have some for next year, just in case the survival situation keeps happening and you need them for next year. You want them to be there. This is what I was hoping to show you out at the river. You see how this little spear is popping up right there? That is an asparagus. Now this one is a purple asparagus. If it was green, you could see how it would be easily lost. And there was a lot of grass there. This is a little baby female asparagus. You see her. I love these little flowers that come up, so I'm not pulling them. This whole area is full of really pretty flowers. It's full of weeds too, but that's where I wanted to start my asparagus patch. 2 came back. I'm really excited about that. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned something about asparagus. I will see you on the next video. Bye, my friends.